guys, Angry Joe out in nature again. I got the mountains behind me this time. Look Up, or rather Don't Look Up, which is a movie me and the family watched over Christmas break on Netflix. And get this, an actual good Netflix movie, right? We had more fun with this one than we did Matrix Resurrections. Basically, imagine if you took the film Armageddon and you combined it with Idiocracy. And I freaking love Idiocracy. It's basically, obviously, and it leans more towards Idiocracy, where making commentary on how stupid we have all become and how everybody is in their own little bubbles and creates little realities for themselves where we can't even agree on basic facts anymore, you know, and how two sides just cannot even come to agreement. And this film does that perfectly, and it actually has the balls to do what I was like, please do it at, you know, at the end. And I didn't think that they'd have the balls to do it, but this film has the balls, and I'm very happy to report that. I'm not spoiling anything. We'll talk about it in the spoiler section, but I really enjoyed it. The performances, it's a black comedy, obviously satire. You know, sometimes it goes too far in some places, but you know what? Fuck it. You need that. I'll be happy if some people are offended. But basically, it's a black comedy and satire about a comet that is hurling towards Earth, and we need to do something about it or else we're all going to die. And what happens is nobody seems to care. Celebrities continue to be self-absorbed. Morning talk show hosts continue to treat it like it's no big thing. And even the President of the United States, Madam President, starring Meryl Streep, is like, doesn't give a shit. She needs, how is this helping my midterms? How is this helping my re-election? And all that kind of stuff. Now, obviously, would that really happen? Fucking no. But yes, in certain aspects, especially how some people start to say, well, the comet isn't really real, and oh yes, it's coming, but it won't hit the Earth. So they do fucking polls of, you know, is it actually going to hit? Is it not? So then you have conspiracy theorists saying that that doesn't even exist and it's not going to hit, and we don't need to do anything about it. It's just great performances. It's led by Leonardo DiCaprio and gosh, what's her name? Jennifer Lawrence. And those two do a great job, along with, let's see, who else is in this film? I forget. What's the guy? Jonah Hill, that's right. He does a great job as the president's daughter, who's just self-absorbed and just is so materialistic. And he's such a fucking prick as the advisor to the president. And it's just amazing. And Jennifer Lawrence does a good job with her, you know, fuck this mentality. Fuck this stupid life. And she's perfect for that. And Leonardo DiCaprio plays the scientist, you know, along with Jennifer Lawrence, who is trying to tell people about this asteroid and how serious it is. And people just seem to notice how hot he is and not take it serious. And, you know, there are some attempts in order to do the Armageddon thing with Ron Perlman in the lead. And then they do address stuff like, well, how do the other countries react? And then the coolest thing is the subplot with this very, very powerful company that tried to make it like Apple, who is, you know, controls basically all of our devices and our phones, and how do they factor in to something like this? And then keeping with the black comedy and the satire, just great performances all around. Some pretty good, you know, cinematography, some great jokes. And an ending that I really, really enjoyed. I know it's going to piss off some people, especially as the comet gets closer. A group of people are like, just look up, it's right there. And then another group of people, political group of people, say, don't look up. And that's where the name of the movie comes from. Don't look up, don't look up. And so you have it becomes politicized. So there's commentary on climate change. Okay, sorry, I think I hit some kind of recording limit. I had to free up more space. But what did I say? There's political commentary on you know, political tribalism, climate change, even maybe a little bit of the pandemic and how it was politicized, how it's been politicized, and how all these facts, there's feelings over facts, and then people fucking denying facts and all this stuff. It's handled well, in my opinion. Now, sure, they show a lot of crazy people on the right. They're wearing red hats, so I'm sure this film is going to piss off a lot of Trump supporters and QAnon people. But honestly, to be fair, they do make fun of the left too a little bit, by way of Ariana Grande's character, where she's playing not herself, but basically herself, where she's like gonna do a charity drive for raising money or raising awareness, and she's all concerned about the manatees, and she's so self-absorbed in her stupid life and her stupid boyfriend, which I think is Kid Cudi. And then Chris Evans' character, which is like, well, I think we should not look up or down. And he tries to pick a middle point between fucking doing something or dying. And so it's fun in that way. So there's a little bit there, but obviously it does point the finger at a group of people. And I think that this film is going to be divisive. People aren't going to like it if they don't take climate change seriously. And then also if they've been caught up in political tribalism, in a certain way in favor of corporations and just simply making money and just going about life the way it is. But there's a lot of comedy in there that I think is really, really fun, and that both sides can enjoy, especially Jonah Hill's character and Madam President's character. Stay till after the credits, because there's a hilarious scene sort of wrapping up the story. And then there's actually one, I turned off the film, I didn't realize it until I looked it up. There's one at the very, very end, after all of the credits, that you're really, really going to enjoy. So I'm just happy this film had the balls to, say something, do a message out there. It's basically Idiocracy with a little bit of Armageddon and some commentary on political tribalism, the pandemic, and climate change. A lot of different things mixed in, and I think it works. I think a lot of critics are going to hate it because they think maybe it's a little too heavy-handed, and maybe a faction of people will probably hate it, but I thought it was great. I thought the performances and the jokes in it were funny, and sadly enough, I do think that it's closer to our reality than we would all like to admit. So anyways, that's my review for Don't Look Up, and the film ends pretty much the way I think things would end if we keep going along this path. So hopefully we can start listening to each other and put a lot of thought into science and facts instead of feelings and political affiliations and stuff. So anyways, check it out. I think you'll enjoy it if you're wanting something to watch over the holiday weekend. Okay, well, thank you guys. I'll see you on the next Angry Joe Show. All right, so we're gonna do spoilers here for those of you who are sticking around. So obviously what I'm talking about is the comet actually fucking hits and it kills everybody. And I didn't think that they'd do it. I was like, please, I'll give you extra points if you actually fucking kill everybody. And they do. So Leonardo DiCaprio's character gets so famous for being hot that, that's where Cate Blanchett's character, this newscaster, they have a relationship. He cheats on his wife. He's kind of a piece of shit move. But everybody's doing fucking crazy things because they slowly, after denying it for so long, they slowly realize this is real. And so they get their act together. Okay, so we have to do something about it, right? And so then they get, Ron Perlman's character to lead the mission. And it looks like it might work. But ultimately the mission is stopped by this fucking crazy, technology company that they discovered a bunch of materials on it that they can make billions of dollars on. So they want to, instead of completely knock it off course, they want to break it up into chunks and slowly lower it into the ocean so they can mine it. And they're like, ah, damn it. And, Jennifer Lawrence is made fun of as a meme because she freaks out, we're all going to die. And Leonardo plays it cool. Everybody thinks he's fucking hot. And then eventually he freaks out too because it's like, what the fuck? We had a chance to destroy this thing and everybody's doing this stupid shit. So eventually, Nothing gets done. In fact, I was like, well, why does the USA get to fucking lead this? You would think that it would be a UN thing, or other countries would be like, okay, well, we'll launch our own mission, and if you don't get it done, then we'll go in right after you. But no, apparently America has kind of alluded that we kind of sabotage theirs, because there is a joint mission between China, India, and Russia, but their fucking plant explodes, or their launch thing explodes, so it was probably us, so that we can do our mining. So then the mining mission happens with this fucking eccentric billionaire. He fucks it up. And then it's funny because everybody like sneaks out of the room and gets in the this fucking spaceship. Then it goes to 20, and then the comet actually fucking hits the Earth, and Leonardo DiCaprio realizes what's important, goes back to his wife, asks for forgiveness, and they have a family dinner with Jennifer Lawrence, who Timothy Chalamet, you know, the Dune guy, I forget his last name, can't pronounce it, but he's in it as this boyfriend kind of character, last minute, who's like fuck everything, but yet he's also a evangelist, and he believes in God, and he wants to evangelical, and he, you know, starts to get a little more religious as the comet gets closer, and he hooks up with Jennifer Lawrence's character, but they're also at the dinner. So that little relation there kind of didn't really work for me. It kind of felt jammed in, but other than that, I thought it was really well done. And then at the end of the film, they finally go to what is it, this other planet, and the algorithms from this guy were so advanced that they could predict your death. And I forget what it is. It's like Bantarok or something. The president asks, how am I going to die? He's like, well, you die via Bantarok. We don't know what it means. And then at the end of the film, they show it. They all come out naked. All the oil executives and important, powerful people in the world come out on a different planet 22,000 years later from hypersleep. And she dies to one of the alien fucking alien life on the planet that eats her and eviscerates all the fucking oil executives and stuff. It was hilarious. And then the one at the very end is Jonah Hill coming out. It's his mom was the president, so that's why he was the head guy advisor. And he was like, mom, he's like, I'm the last man on earth, like and subscribe. So yeah. So I thought that was funny. But you know, they all fucking die at the dinner table, and so that's all the spoilers, I guess. So yeah, I just some surprised that they actually fucking did that, and happy that they did it, because I was like, fuck this life, fuck this universe of dumbasses. I hope the fucking comet hits them. And unfortunately for the smart people and the people that did believe in it and that were trying to, you know, warn everybody, they died too. But everybody dies in the end. So anyways, that's it for Don't Look Up. Go watch it. Tell me what you think. All right, I'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show.